Hey guys, I'm Josh.
I'm Serena.
And this is our bus, the Salty Seeker. It's a 2001 Mitsubishi Rosa. We bought it about a year and a half ago, completely gutted it and built it from the ground up, just the way we wanted it. We moved over here from the east coast of Australia about nearly 2 years ago, and to work in the mines, and we were planning on working in the mines and living in Bali on our breaks, but then COVID hit and kind of put an end to those plans. So we decided to get a bus and create our own little Bali in the bus and travel Australia instead.
So this is our bedroom. As you can see, we've put in the biggest bed that we can. It's a king size bed. It's a permanent bed, so there's no folding up or putting it down at night. And that was the idea with building the bus, was to do that, because we had it folding up and folding down in the troopy beforehand, but it was the last thing we wanted to do. So in the bus, permanent bed, it's always there. It's really comfy. Up here, we've got our feature wall. It's Tassie Oak, it's from Bunnings. We saw it featured in one of their magazines and we really loved it. We thought it gave a really beachy vibe, and we've continued it down the bottom of the bed as well. In the middle here, we cut out a little area for our projector that projects onto a screen that's pulled down from a hook just at the top here. And we love it. It's fun for movie nights and it looks really nice. And it's got a little plug in there, so we never have to move it around. And it also comes with a remote, so it's really easy to use. Underneath, in bed, we've got these touch lights, so it's one touch on and off, and then you just hold it down to make it brighter or make it dull. One on each side. And then up here we've got a fun iPad holder. I thought about putting something up there because Josh and I would hold it at night, and that works really well. And then over here we've got our charging area for our phones or iPad, and that just turns on and off through this button here. And then down beside our bed we've got our iPhone holders, just so we don't lose them in the bed at night. And then this is the little remote for the projector that's just velcroed on in there. Underneath our king size bed we've got plenty of storage. We can access it by remote control bed lift.
I'm Nate Murphy, and I have literally just bought this van to show you how to build a van. We have made a really detailed course which will help you go from this to this. You will learn everything you need. We help you specify your electrical system, and you'll be able to access the community all building their own vans at the same time.
This is our bedside table that doubles as our laundry basket. So hidden underneath there is our tub for our laundry. We just chuck in anything in there. So this is our dresser table. We made it nice and low so that we can still use it as bench space. And also that flips up. It's got another little hidey hole under it as well. We've got my cupboard, nice and big, drawer, nice and big, so we've got all my clothes in it. Same with Josh, he's got nice and big drawer. And then down the bottom we've got our wet products down the bottom, because I didn't want that to be up the top in case it leaked and gone through all the clothes. So that's been really good down the bottom. And then in here we've just got more storage for other products for our laundry.
And up here we've got our hat holders, which our hats used to just be thrown around the bus and kind of look a bit messy, so we just put a couple of paper clips up there and just holds them in place and keeps it neat. So just little things like that to keep the bus neat, kind of, make it a lot easier. And then this is our sink. We wanted a pretty big sink, and this one is pretty big, but if we did it again, I'd say we'd probably go a bit bigger and go like a square sink. Just a bit easier to put pots and pans and wash up, you know, your chopping board, stuff like that. But it's not too bad, and it looks nice. So, and then we've got our tap here. This is a hot and cold mixer tap, and it also pulls out, so if Serena wants to wash her hair, she can, and also helps with the washing up. Usually goes in a bit smoother than that. And just, we've got the switch for it here, so it's just easy to switch on and off. It was, originally the switch was under with the electrics under there, and we were always having to walk up, open the cupboard, switch it on, to put the water on, and then come back and switch it off. We're always forgetting it, so I've just moved the switch up to here, and that's so much better. So yeah, I recommend just putting switches in easy to reach places, things that you use all the time. That comes in handy. Up here we've built this shelf. It's just really good to be able to grab things that you need really quick, and just store lots of knick-knacky things. And it's got a little lip on it so nothing slides out while you're driving. Serena didn't want the shelf when we were building the bus, but I kind of talked her into it. She thought it was going to block out our view and stuff like that, but it doesn't block it out at all really. And it also doubles as we can have our lights under here. Got another couple LED lights, just again on a little touch button, and that just lights up our bench top, so while we're cooking we can see a bit better. We put the bench as big as we could get it, just because yeah, it's so good to have lots of bench space. Even with the size of this bench, it gets cluttered up really quickly, so we're so glad we did that. And it's also a caboodle bench top that we got custom made from Bunnings. Quite cheap, and it's like chipboard laminate bench top, so it's really light, tough, looks great, and yeah, so if you want some cheap bench tops, go to Bunnings, get a caboodle. For our cooker, we went with a Dometic methylated spirits cooker. It's just super simple. You literally buy it, cut out your bench top, drop it in, and it's ready to go. It doesn't need to be plumbed or certified. It just runs off methylated spirits, which burns quite hot, and I think about a litre fills up a little canister. So you just fill that up, chuck it in there, and that lasts for about a week of cooking. So it's super cheap, because I think a bottle of metho is about $4. Super simple. You just flip the little hatch open, light it up, and you can adjust the temperature just by adjusting how open the latch is. So they're really good. I think you can find them online. I think it's called a Dometic Origo 2000. Yeah. And also we didn't want a huge cooktop to take up more bench space. So yeah. And then up here we've got our exhaust fan. It's a Trans Energy exhaust fan. It's reverse, so it can suck air out to suck out the hot air and smoke when you're cooking, and it can also blow air in as well. It's got a few different settings, and it's also, when you have it fully open, it lets quite a bit of light in, so yeah, it helps keep the bus nice and light inside. It's not rain sensing. You can get rain sensing ones that sense the rain and they'll shut so you don't forget, but we didn't go with that, which next time we probably would chuck one of those in. We've got our kitchen drawers, so this one's for all our cutlery. Just got like a bamboo divider thing there that just keeps everything organised. Then down here we've got our pots and pans one, glassware, plates and cups and things. The bottom one's all of our electrical and GoPros and computers and sort of things. And then this one we built from scratch. This is our cleaning products drawer. We put it so we could remove the bucket, and it keeps everything in there, no spills, no leaks. and if we need a bucket we can take it out. And then down here we've got our slide out bin, and that's from Bunnings as well. It's a caboodle bin. Again, really easy to install. You just put your own face on the front, whatever you want to put there. So it was kind of hard deciding how we were going to do a dining area and still have like a couch. We wanted a couch, like a day bed to lay on if we wanted, and a dining area, but there wasn't really enough room in the bus to do that, so we had to do like a combo setup, and we came up with this.
And also if someone wanted to stay.
And if someone wants to sleep over, they can.
My
it's a
sister
spare bed as
or
well.
his brother.
It's pretty simple, but it works. So you just got to take all the cushions off. And then it literally just folds down, folds up, just drops down like that. And then this creates the bottom of the couch. And then your cushions just fold down like that. And we've got all these custom made too. Like that, and then you just throw whatever cushions you want on there, and you've got a nice comfy little day bed or spare bed for someone to stay over. There's storage under this one that we keep all our shoes and stuff in, and under this one we've got our cassette toilet, which we put in because a lot of campsites won't let you camp there unless you're fully self-sufficient, so we put that in for that reason. And it's actually become quite handy for middle of the night if you need to go to the toilet and it's raining or really cold, or you're in the nutty. You don't have to put clothes on, you can just come to this one, and yeah, it's easy. And then this is our pantry. It's got a latch here also for when we travel because it's quite heavy. If it slides out it'll probably rip the whole thing out. So that holds it in well. We got this louver door off Facebook Marketplace. It's just out of someone's kitchen and it was just brown. So Serena sanded it all back and painted it white and kind of gave it another light sand to give it that rustic kind of look, and it came up really well. And then we built the whole pantry from scratch, and we wanted it really big so we could have more storage and store lots of food, mainly dry foods and stuff. But on this trip we've learnt that we need to have everything in containers. We've had a few little visitors through the night, little mice that seem to get into everything. So that's why we've got all our containers now. But since then it's worked well. We put this weather station in it gives us a temperature. I've just switched it to Fahrenheit somehow.
Oh no!
Oh, there we go, it's back to Celsius. It gives us an inside of the bus temperature and an outside temperature. And it's also a barometer, so it lets us know what the weather's going to do. Also lets us know the moon phases, moon rise, sunrise, sunset, all that, which is pretty handy to know when you're on the road. We're pretty big coffee addicts, so having a coffee machine in here was a must-have. It's just a little pod machine, and we've got a milk frother. They run off our inverter, but our inverter's not quite big enough to run these two at the same time, and our fridge, which is also 240 volts. So we can run the fridge, and we just have to run one of these at a time, which is fine. Another little sort of hidden nook under here we can store stuff in there. And also forgot to mention, under the dresser, that lid also lifts up and there's some more hidden storage in there.
You can fit a whole umbrella in there.
Yeah, an umbrella and games and all sorts of things. We built this whole bulkhead up here to put this little hidey hole, and that's a shelf in there that's huge in there, so we can fit lots of stuff. We mainly put our towels. We've got a big laundry washing bucket there. Yeah, just whatever we want to put up there. And it also houses our speakers, our touch light, and our air conditioning duct from the back comes out above us here. And then we've got this curtain rail from Spotlight, and it's just a twist and open and twist to lock in place. And also our projector screens behind here as well that we hook up on the roof. But yeah, at night when we want privacy and we want to block out the light, we just slide these across. And again, we just got these from Spotlight. This was just a void, so we put a shelf up here just above the fridge, and we put our little basket with sunblocks and stuff. And our speakers, we've got 4 speakers in the roof. So the sound system cranks, you can have a little dance party in here. What I'm sitting on here is the engine hatch. When we bought the bus, this was all just ugly brown carpet here and across here, so we wanted to neaten it up. So I built this timber lid for that, which lifts up so you can see the engine. And I also made a box that went all the way, goes across here and blocks all that off and kind of matches the bus and just keeps it all looking nice and neat. Little cup holders here out of timber and just a little storage box that lifts up. This is our sat-nav stereo and reversing camera. It's a GPS, so it runs off the satellites and not the internet, so you don't need your phone to run it, which is good if you're out of range and you're lost. Yeah. And it's also a DVD player, so we can watch movies while we drive, well, the passenger can. Yeah, so that just switches on here for the reverse camera, and then we've got our fan got installed up here, which helps blow the air conditioning on us while we drive. Yeah, so that's the front of the bus, and the sun visors, because I had to rip the original sun visors out, I had to rebuild some new ones, so I just built them out of timber and they match the bus. And I've put a mirror on that one for Serena, nice big mirror, bit of overkill, but yeah, works good. And this is our little dancing hula girl. I call her Serena because she only dances when it's sunny. Serena hates the cold.
We hope you liked our bus as much as we do, and yeah, just go for it and do it because you'll love it. It's been so much fun, and it's so worth it.
Yeah, if you're thinking about doing the bus life, just get out there and do it. Yeah.
Life's too short.
You may have noticed that you can buy our ebook. Our ebook shows you how to build a van conversion. It has 190 pages of text, diagram, and images showing you various options of various systems. It also comes with 25 videos that show you hands-on how to do many parts of building a van. Also, we have a course. The course is really in-depth. It shows you everything from how to use basic tools all the way through to doing your gas, your water, and your electric installation. Not only that, but within the course, we support you hands-on in making your electrical specification. And you get to join a community of like-minded van builders who are building their vans at exactly the same time. Follow the links to find out more, and thanks for watching.